Vice President Mike Pence on the road again. Crisscrossing the country, campaigning for Republican candidates in the days leading up to November's midterms. And this time, we're right there with him, on board Air Force Two, heading to Michigan. The Senate candidate he's stumping for, John James, a combat veteran and businessman. You have been out on the campaign trail, stumping for candidates. Do you think Republicans will keep control of the House and Senate?
I really do. The President and I are very confident that if we get out and tell the story of the progress that we're making in this country, progress that's created nearly 4 million jobs, rebuild our military, has America standing tall in the world again, being respected again. We tell that story all across this country. We're going to make history in 2018 just the way we made history in 2016 by re-electing and expanding Republican majorities on Capitol Hill.
Out of the 35 Senate races, 9 are toss-ups. That's about 25%. In the House, 43 of 435 races are toss-ups, about 10%. In other words, it's going to be close, and history is against them. Typically, the president's party loses seats in his first term.
Part of the reason why we're traveling so much across the country, and the reason why we had an opportunity to talk to some of the great evangelical leaders in the country, is to make sure that the American people know that's the choice.
President Trump echoes that sentiment and ruffled more than a few feathers when he said there would be violence if Democrats take control of Congress. He made the comment at a White House dinner for evangelicals, which Pence was at.
Well, what I heard the president say was that if the Democrats take over the Congress, that their goal is to turn back everything that we've done for the American people.
Well, because he did mention Antifa and some of these leftist groups.
Well, sure.
So what's the concern there about some of these groups?
Well, obviously we condemn any examples of violence on the streets of this country. Zero tolerance for any violence against Americans.
And when it comes to impeaching the president, there's a lot of talk about impeachment if Democrats do take control of the House. Do you think Nancy Pelosi is already plotting an impeachment strategy?
Well, they're all talking about it, and so I take them at their word, even though some of them have decided to not talk about that quite so much.
Many Democrats are banking on the Russia investigation and want to make this election about corruption.
We've been fully cooperating with the special counsel since the very beginning. Literally tens of thousands of documents. The White House has cooperated with testimony, and we'll continue to do that. But I just have to tell you, Jen, as I travel around the country, people just aren't talking about it.
One thing that's for sure, the fight over the control of Congress is going to get nasty. And Pence is already feeling some of it personally with a new book out that attacks his faith.
The Bible says, count it all joy when you endure trials of many kinds. And anytime I'm criticized for my belief in Jesus Christ, I just breathe a prayer of praise.
Republicans hope to be able to breathe their own sigh of relief this fall. Of course, they have to fend off the so-called blue wave some are predicting. Aboard Air Force Two, the vice president remains hard at work, determined to not let that happen. Reporting from Air Force Two, Jenna Browder, CBN News.